So I wanted to create a video for you guys of the Navel Kriya that we worked on last month. And then I thought it would be a good opportunity for you to use it for your breath potty practice in the morning. So we'll begin with the dynamic breath exercise. And this in and of itself could be your practice to begin. So we'll do this for a couple minutes. You'll inhale the first third of your lungs, arms will come forward. The second third of your lungs. And then the third as the arms reach up. Exhale out your mouth and sweep the arms back. Inhale, 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 exhale. Keep going. If you find yourself getting too dizzy, you can just do the arm motion with the breathing without folding forward. Keep going. Take one more. Take a deep inhale, bring the arms up, spread the fingers, hold the breath, lift and engage Mula Bandha. Exhale, fold forward, interlace the hands behind the back, and breathe. Breathe in and out of your nose. Re-ground the energy. Release the hands down to the floor, and then please sit down and lie down all the way down onto your back. Pause on your back just for a couple of breaths. And then please set yourself up for double leg lifts. So bring your inner edges of your feet to touch, slide your hands underneath your outer hips, and then we begin. Inhale, legs up to 90 degrees, exhale, lower. Inhale, legs up, exhale, lower. As you inhale, legs come up, navel pulls back towards the spine. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs together as you hover the legs. Keep going. Move at your own rhythm. Do your best to keep your attention in your belly. Feel that heat beginning to build. Try not to let the sides of the waist pull up away from the mat. Keep the sides of the waist down. Encourage the navel back towards the spine. Soften your eyes, soften your jaw. Focusing the energy at the belly. You've got 45 more seconds. Keep going. building your power center, your third chakra center, is this place where we take action, we create more self-discipline, the ability to take action in the direction that we want. Good. Take a deep inhale, bring the legs up to 90 degrees. Hold the breath in. And then exhale, release. Find yourself resting, a little mini shavasana. Let the belly be open and relaxed. Feel the same sensation in your brain. Just like the belly, open and relaxed. Letting that energy we've concentrated in the navel now disperse out throughout your entire body. So now we'll move to our second core exercise. You're going to bend your knees, place your feet on the ground. Then you're going to bring your hands to the back of your head. This is your inhale position. And then as you exhale, you do a little sit-up. Really press the navel down, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other, and hold the breath out for 5 counts. Inhale, you lower back down. Exhale, lift and squeeze inner thighs towards each other. Hold the breath. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Hold, squeeze. Focus at the navel. Continue at your own pace. Inhale, lowering. Exhale, lifting and holding for 5 counts. Let your head be relaxed in your hands. And imagine the belly now like a magnet. And it's attracting all the energy to it. Collecting all of this fire, all of this energy at the belly. You're over halfway. Keep moving, steady and deeply focused. Do one more. Hold the breath out, squeeze the belly. And then inhale, release, relax. Mini Shavasana. Completely soften all your muscles. Just allow yourself to feel. Feel what is shifting for you. So for this next one, you're going to come up onto your forearms. You bring your inner feet together. So this is like a partial boat pose. So you can modify by doing one leg at a time. You can also modify by bending your knees and just barely lifting your toes up off the ground. We'll once again hold this for 2 minutes with breath of fire. If breath of fire is not appropriate for you today, whether you're pregnant or menstruating or you have high blood pressure, then simply do deep breathing. So here we go. Take your legs up. Breath of fire.
Keep going. Feel free to close your eyes and gaze to the third eye, or just softly gaze towards your toes. Take a break whenever you need to and then come back and join us. We're 50 seconds in. Continue to feel that lift of the pelvic floor drawing in. Try to lift and open your chest. Soften your face where you can. And again, continue with breath of fire if that works for you. Good, 30 seconds left. Stay committed or take a break if you need to. Dig deep. Find those reserves within to stay with intensity. Stay with that intensity and soften your face. Find your breath. Let the body quiver, releasing old patterns. Accessing your fullest potential as you open to new possibilities of what your body can do. Stay, take a deep inhale, hold, and then exhale, you melt, releasing down, resting on your back. Full surrender. And now giving your knees a little hug into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then come up. You can rocking roll along the spine, up into tabletop. So come over the feet, come into your tabletop. If you need to, stretch out the spine for a moment, downward dog. And then we'll come into our favorite version of plank pose with the toes pointed. Of course, you can modify this with keeping the knees down or doing more of your typical plank with the toes curled under. Once again, we just do the best we can. So, plank pose with the toes pointed, so you're on the tops of the feet. Our timer has begun. So often we collect tension in the wrists here, so press more through your fingers. If you do get too much tension in the wrists, feel free to come down onto your forearms. Feel the lower ribs pulling in, all of those abdominals activating, pulling up, thigh muscles lifting. Feel that straight line from the crown of your head back through your heels. Committed, steady. Breathe deeply in and out of your nose. And feel free anytime you feel like you could use some extra release of heat, go ahead and exhale out your mouth. Okay, so we're halfway through. If you need a break, take a break. Otherwise, stay in it. You've got this. Press more through your fingers. Lift the back of the heart. Soften your face. Find that inner smile. Breathe deeply into your back body. Feel like the breath is so full in the back, it's kind of naturally floating the body up. Now observe, where are you collecting tension? Where is resistance? Feel there. See if you can place your breath there. Continue to pay attention to your face. Soften the jaw, soften the eyes, forehead. 5 more seconds. Good job. Take a deep inhale. Hold, lift Mula Bandha, hold, and then exhale, you lower, resting down on your forearms or on one cheek. Sway the hips a little bit from side to side. Full surrender. Switch to the opposite cheek. So now we take this energy that we generated in the belly and we move it up to the heart with rocking bow pose. So again, we'll be here for a couple of minutes, so feel free just to come into a baby version of bow pose. If you are unable to grab hold of your feet, simply come into a baby cobra pose. So in this rocking bow pose, the full version, you are invited to use breath of fire, but once again, feel free to stick with deep breathing. So assume the position, grabbing hold of the ankles or the tops of the feet. Keep your knees in, hip distance apart. Lengthen the tailbone, pull that low belly in. Start to pull the feet back, lifting the heart. Find your pose here, just find your breath. Find your sweet spot. Start to feel that natural rocking motion of the belly, lifting and lowering with the breath. And then start to accentuate that. Again, you can add in breath of fire. So we are over halfway. So if you'd like to take a break, take a break. Find your breath and then come back in to join us. We have 45 more seconds. Again, rocking your bow, softening your face, feeling that opening of the chest, that massaging of the digestion organs of the belly. Careful not to create any harm in the lower spine. Continue to feel that engagement of Mula Bandha, root lock, low belly pulling in, creating stability for the base of the spine. 10 more seconds. Take a deep inhale, find your biggest version of bow pose, hold, and then exhale, release, melt. Again, turn and rest on one cheek. Maybe sway the hips a little bit from side to side. Turn and rest on the opposite cheek. And then turn back to center. Hands underneath your shoulders, press up and back into a little rest in child's pose. Hips towards the heels, forehead to the ground, just releasing the lower spine. And now please come up onto your knees for our final big pose, which is Ustrasana camel pose. So just like with bow, feel free to modify, feel free just to move in to a baby version of the pose. You could also choose to stay on your heels and just bring your fingers back behind your hips, taking your back bend like this. Okay, so we'll begin. It's just deep breathing for a couple of minutes in your version of Ustrasana. So hands to the hips, press down through your shins. Gently guide the knees towards each other to help activate the pelvic floor. Lengthen your tailbone and start to lift your heart up. Feel the shoulder blades come towards your spine. And then just begin that journey back. And make it slow. We have some time to play here. If your neck is bothered at all, keep your chin in. Feel the side ribs lengthen and open. Continue to feel that support at the base of the spine. So we are halfway through. If you'd like to take a break, please come up and take a break. Stay in it if you're comfortable. There is not any electric or pinching pain. There's intense sensation, but no electric pain. And then if you've come out, go ahead and come back in. And we have 40 more seconds. So if you want to take the full pose, arch your way back, grab hold of your heels. Maybe let the head release back. Twenty more seconds. Breathing deeply. Feel that opening at the top of your chest. Feel that opening of the throat if the head is back. Soften all the muscles of your face. Keep pressing down through your shins. Going to take a deep inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale, come up. Sit back on your heels. Pause. And as soon as you feel ready, we'll take Balasana, child's pose. Take the knees a little wider than your chest. Bring your forehead to the ground or to a block. Palms softly rest together, so it's really just the fingertips touching overhead. And now rest here. Pouring all of the energy from the navel to the heart, now pooling at the third eye. And once you're here, it's full surrender. Just allow any internal visions come to you. Be open to this communication with your intuition. Continue to breathe deeply into your lower spine. Relaxing all the muscles of your face. Keep your attention at your forehead. So from Balasana, you'll come up either to a comfortable seated position or lie down all the way onto your back. And we just allow the body to recalibrate, to absorb all of the energy, all of the shifts that have taken place through this Kriya this morning.
And after you've rested for a few minutes in Shavasana, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. And I encourage you to take some time to simply sit in meditation. Sit in stillness, following your breath up and down your spine. We're finding resonant breathing, inhaling 6, exhaling 6. Just allowing this connection with your true self. When you're finished, the palms will meet at the center of the chest, bowing towards the heart, honoring this light within. Namaste.